into ditch. I like this.
The man himself.
This is good. The man of the moment. Welcome everybody to Salty Bulldog TV. We're here at Marvel Stadium, the conclusion of round 7 between the Western Bulldogs and the Hawks. The Dogs getting it done in Marcus Bontempelli's 200th game, doing it pretty comfortably in the end. 14-10-94 the Western Bulldogs, Hawthorn 9-11-65. A tense first half, the Hawks narrowly ahead at half-time, but the Dogs powered away in the second half. It was Carl Daniel with 27 disposals leading the way, Aaron Norton with 4 goals, and Rory Lobb and Jamari Ugelhagen each kicking 2. It's just me this evening, just myself, Matthew Donald. Nick Galea is not here. He's got commitments elsewhere. Brad Sultana may join us a little later on. But let's see if we can catch up with a few Bulldog fans and get their thoughts on the match.
What happened was Hawthorn just couldn't sustain a 4-quarter game. And I think the class of the Doggies really sustained. And I think that's what's important here. And it reflected in the scoreboard.
Who do you reckon was best on ground for the Dogs tonight?
Bontempelli every week.
Look, 200 games, you got to give it a bit of bias, but Bontempelli.
What do you make of what happened tonight? How did you see it all? Tricky first half, but they did what they needed to do in the end.
That's right, they got there. So worked our way into the game and came out after half time. I sent and made a message, I hope Bont and Bevo get into them at half time, and they certainly did. I think the Hawks faded a bit, but we also took full advantage and got the win, especially for Bont's 200. I think that's really good. So, yeah.
Come on, have a chat. We got someone. We got a Doggies fan. What's your name, mate?
Aiden.
Aiden, what do you think of the game, Aiden?
Oh, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Yep. Our pressure was really well. We had good pressure, and yeah.
What do you think of Artie Jones getting that goal here?
He's a gun. He's a gun. Yeah.
We like him a lot. Who do you think was best on ground tonight?
Oh, Lob did all right. Took a few. Aaron was good as well. Artie did well.
So Brad has joined us after all. He's so great. Let's get in line here, Bradley. So Brad has joined us. Nick Galea decided to ditch us, as I mentioned earlier. Brad, where were you?
I was standing with you at AOL 26, level 1, watching it right behind the goals there, mate.
I know, but I mean, like when I went to get the equipment, you didn't follow me. What were you doing after the game?
I was watching the champion himself, Marcus Bontempelli, getting cheered off, getting applaud from both sides as he deserves. And he played a cracker tonight, mate.
So we're joined by Oscar, who's a big fan of the Salty Bulldog, and it's great to have him on board. Oscar, how good was that tonight?
Mate, that was incredible tonight. Just an all-round performance. All the boys lifted and, got it done for the big man, which, we love to see.
I haven't asked many people this. What do you think of Jamara's game? Because he worked really hard, but he actually finally got some rewards. He hasn't kicked many goals, or he hasn't kicked goals in many games this year, but he got himself a couple tonight.
I've been thinking about that because people have been talking about, this next few games for us. We've got a chance to, get some gettable points here, and people saying like Norton might get a bit of a few goals, and he did obviously tonight. But I think Jamara's also, he's been looking very close the last few weeks, and it's, just not much reward. So was it last week 10 marks or something he got? So he's been looking to explode. What's the term you use?
The spike.
The spike, yeah. So I think getting very close to it, I think, so getting the reward for him was really, really good.
What do you think of the game overall?
Bit shoddy a bit early. Last quarter we came home pretty strong, but just got the 4 points, which is what we needed to get. So yeah.
Now it's Bond's day, but it's Artie's moment.
Oh, yeah.
It's Artie's moment. We got to talk about that. Is that the best or the most excited a Bulldogs crowd has ever been for a goal?
I think so. I think that was probably the most excited I've seen him. And I mean, why wouldn't you? He's infectious, isn't he? He's infectious with his excitement. I'm a WA boy myself, so I've got a real soft spot for Artie. And yeah, he's loved watching that. Had the phone out to video that a couple of times, and he had that shot in the first half, and didn't quite get that, but he got it. And oh man, that he looked like he was loving it. So yeah, what a moment! What a moment!
Got a couple of young Bulldogs here that I've had to get on my knee for, and it's going to take a long time for me to get up, but that's okay. I'll ask you, what's your name?
Jaden.
And your name?
Marius.
Jaden and Marius. And Jaden, and I'll ask you both, Jaden, who's your favourite player?
Bailey Smith.
Why is it Bailey Smith?
Because of his mullet.
Because of his mullet. Are you going to grow a mullet one day?
Yeah.
And Marius, who's your favourite player?
Bruce.
Josh Bruce. What? Oh, come in a bit. You're out of the frame there. Why is Josh Bruce your favourite player?
He does large kicks and really good player.
Large kicks and really good player. Do you like him kicking goals in the forward line, or do you like him in the back line?
Back line.
Why do you like him in the back line?
Because he gets a better view.
So yeah, you've got an associate, Dan. Does she want to be involved, or
That's my wife, and
Oh.
she's a Bulldog supporter tonight.
I can, yeah. She's not being very discreet about her affinity to the club. Does she want to? Do you want to jump on, or?
I guess so. My
Come on
mum
in.
will kill me.
Oh.
I'm a Frio girl by heart, so
Well, not tonight. Tonight we're all Bulldogs.
Mate, I'm pushing for 400. I reckon 400 games for Bond.
I think we all are.
Yeah. Is it like actually think it's going to happen, or is it just wishful thinking? For the love of God, please play 400 games.
Why not?
Yeah. Which was the last player to make 400? Was it Sean Burgoyne?
Oh yeah, I'm getting a nod from our historian over there.
Not Nicolia, by the way.
No.
Not the numbers man.
No, and Oscar's told me, Nick, he's really disappointed. You look, he's shaking his head now.
Mate, just 200 games and you've missed it for a party. Ridiculous. The poor form, mate. Poor form. He would never. Bont would never.
And why are you a Bulldog supporter?
Well, because my mum's friend over there made me a Bulldog supporter.
Your mum's friend made you a Bulldog supporter. Good on your mum's friend. Who's your favourite player?
probably Mara. I think it's absolutely incredible how far he's come in such a short period, and honestly, he's a joy to watch. Him and Waitman and Artie, they all just look so happy to be out there, and I love their excitement. It just makes me happy too.
Hey!
Sorry, a footy just intervened. That's okay. I managed to get boot to ball despite my
skills,
total lack of footballing ability.
Is it out of the question for the 2024 draft?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well and truly, that ship has sailed. That ship sailed about 10 years ago.
Oh, what? No, surely not.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
I hate to admit it, but
I don't want to do this on camera, but how old are you, dude?
yeah, look,
we don't need to do it on camera.
I think even the days of a mature-aged rookie are gone. You know my thoughts on it. I want to know what you think. Is Bont the best ever?
I think he's bloody close to it. It sounds sacrilegious almost about with the great EJ Whitten, but I think he probably pips him for Bulldog achievements. As a footy man, all-round footy, probably EJ's got him. But I think, for best Bulldog specifically ever, I think Bont's probably got him covered, and he's still got I'm going to call it. He's still got more than half of his career to go. So
I'm asking everyone this tonight. Is Marcus Bontempelli the greatest Bulldog of all time?
100%, mate. 100%. Greatest player I've ever seen.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember listening to this on the way to work the other day, and you guys were saying there's all these other guys. Look, they're all great, but as you're right, look, Ted Whitten, he was very good, but statistically he did not do very well in terms of where the club went. And then there was a 62-year gap where we didn't do anything of any note, and then all of a sudden Bont's in and we win grand finals. I don't know why. Maybe it's a coincidence, or maybe he's just the best player we've ever seen.
Is Bontempelli the best ever Bulldog?
100%, 110%. Who would you give it to then? Yeah. Look. Ooh. Yeah, we'll give it to him.
Get to the camera and give us each a go doggies.
Go Doggies! Go Doggies!
So that's going to be it for another episode of Salty Bulldog Fan TV. A big thank you to everyone, young and old, who jumped on to answer a few questions and have a bit of a chat about the Dogs. Just recapping here, the final score's 14-10-94, the Western Bulldogs. Hawthorn 9-11-65, the Dogs getting back-to-back wins and bringing it home in Bont's 200th game. Brad, thank you as well for all your support, both this side of the camera and the other side. Your final word or final thoughts on proceedings tonight?
Thank you, Arthur Jones. You saved me from having hot sauce, mate, for getting your first goal tonight.
We'll expand on the podcast next week. Of course, the Salty Bulldog podcast you'll be able to catch on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts, good or bad podcasts, you'll find it there. There's also our show's social media channels, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Salty Bulldog TV, which will be on YouTube. Our website, www.thesaltybulldog.wixsite.com/home. You'll be able to catch all Salty Bulldog content then. But until next time, guys, take care and go the Dogs!
Go after doggies!
Hey, thank you. It was great to have him. Give us a high five.